going to be watching Top 10 Most Hilarious Water Slide Fails. Best and funniest water slide fails. So, yeah, let's get started. You can go on to Top 5 Central. And I'm going to show you again Top 5 Central and watch this video. So yeah, because this is where I got it off of. See? Top most hilarious water slide fails, best and funniest water slides fails. Okay.
Looking at the top 10 funniest water slide fails part 2. Now we posted a part 1 to this a super long time ago and it did really good, so I thought you guys would enjoy part 2. With that said, if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Let's see if we can hit today's like goal of 5,000 likes on this video. But with that said, let's get right into it. Number 10. Okay, to be honest, this homemade water slide actually looks a lot safer than some of the others I've seen, but that didn't stop this guy from getting hurt in the end. Basically, he actually made his slide way too good, so by the time he hit the bottom, he had picked up way too much speed. Like, instead of landing in the pool, he flew over it completely and landed on his back in the mud, which looks super painful.
Oh, I didn't.
Also, if you think that wasn't bad enough, the sound he makes when he hits the ground is pretty nasty too, so I think it's safe to say he was aching for a while. Ooh.
Listen to that, guys. They play a slow-mo. Wow.
Number 9. There are some videos where you know right from the start that things aren't going to go well, and this is, well, definitely one of those times.
Oh my
Basically,
gosh,
as soon as this guy starts sliding, it's obvious he shouldn't have run up, because he's literally going way too fast to stop. I mean, he's nearly at the end of the slide in no time, but he's barely slowed down, so there's absolutely no way he was going to stop at the end in time. So, yeah, he flies up and off the end and then drops out of sight completely, and to be honest with you, I have no idea where he ends up, but from the woman laughing behind the camera, I'm guessing he had a long way to fall.
Ready for it? Make it before you... Oh my god.
Poor guy.
Number 8. Normally it's pretty easy to see what went wrong, but this fall honestly seems to come out of nowhere. I mean, everything looks fine at the beginning, and then suddenly at the bottom everything goes wrong, and the guy flies off his ring completely. I'm thinking maybe there was like a bump in the slide, or maybe he just moved wrong, but either way, he ends up sliding back to the bottom completely defeated. I gotta admit, it's pretty funny, even if the guy himself doesn't seem to think so, but the best part of all has gotta be the woman absolutely losing it behind the camera. I mean, it's just so hilarious.
Oh, that would be awful.
Number 7. I've said before that homemade slip and slides are just asking for disaster, and this video definitely proves me right. Like, this girl knows she's in trouble as soon as she starts moving, and so does everyone else, because you could hear them shouting that she's going way too fast. So, unfortunately, they were completely right, as she only just hits the edge of the pool, and she ends up rolling over and over on the grass instead. It looks super painful, and absolutely no one runs over to help her, but at least it's laughter, not pain, that keeps her sitting still for so long.
Oh, you're flying! Really bad!
How are y'all enjoying it so
Number
far?
6. Now, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of stupid things on water slides, but even I have no idea what this guy was thinking. I mean, as soon as he stood up at the top with his miniature surfboard, everyone watching should have known he was about to get hurt. And, yeah, obviously he falls, but it's definitely the way that he falls that's so awful, because you could hear him hit his head on the way down. Not only that, but by the time he hits the water, he's completely sideways, so I'm guessing it just wasn't his head that got bruised.
Listen to the sound.
Real quick, how do that? Oh, oh, shit!
Number 5. I can't lie, this ride looks like an accident waiting to happen, so the fact that something like this went down isn't really that surprising. Basically, the slide itself looks super intense, but most people manage it okay. Well, that was until this guy showed up and made everything go wrong. Anyways, right at the beginning, he loses the ring he's sitting on, so he spends the whole first slope trying to hold on to it. That stops him from getting the speed he needs, so he gets completely trapped at the top of the first hill, and he's stuck rolling there until someone shuts off the water to rescue him. I mean, it's good that he ends up safe, but you have to feel bad for the people waiting behind him. I mean, they must have been there for so long. Number 4. Now, even though this video ends in a fail, I've got to respect this kid for trying, because it starts out majorly impressive. Like, even though the slide is super high up and steep and even has a few bumps to trip you up, this kid managed to get all the way down while standing up. I mean, it looks insane, and it's so close to being the coolest waterside video I've ever seen, but right at the end, they just lose it. It kinda sucks too, because even though they just did like the hardest part, they lose their balance just before they hit the water, and it kinda ruins the cool. With that said, it's still way better than most people could have done, so I'm gonna give them a ton of credit anyway. Number 3.
Sorry.
Now, this isn't the quickest video, and it takes a while to see exactly how things are going to end, but trust me, it's definitely worth the wait. This part of the ride actually looks quite relaxing, like all you have to do is go around and around until you reach the next tunnel, but for this lady, things got a little bit more complicated. For some reason, she hits the tunnel at a weird angle, so she starts to fall just as she gets sucked in, and she doesn't even try to stop herself. Instead, we get to see her legs flailing just as she disappears, and we really have to hope she made it out of the other side okay.
Jesus. Wow. She was a missile. She went really good.
Number 2. Now, I don't know whether this is the slide design's fault or if these guys are just super unlucky, but they ended up with a ride that was way more intense than they expected. Literally, everything starts out fine, but as soon as they hit the air after the hill, things start to go wrong really fast. Like, they obviously had way too much momentum because they end up flying out of the raft and they hit the slide super awkwardly. With that said, even though it looks painful, they seem to love every bit of it, and honestly, that makes me super jealous because it looks so much fun.
That was so weird.
So party, gracias.
I won't show you that last part again because that was so weird. Those of you who want to see, just go. Nope. Okay.
Number 1.
Last one.
So it's kind of common knowledge that waterslides are supposed to be like a family-friendly kind of day out, but I don't think I'd let kids anywhere near this one. I mean, there's no lying about the fact it looks super fun, but throwing yourself across a 30-foot gap after climbing to the top of a 200-foot tower seems like a great way to break some bones, or at least get some insane bruises. Like, to be fair to the guys who made this monster, they did put some mattresses at the bottom to soften the landing, but they get pushed out of the way so quickly. Honestly, this thing looks super terrifying. Would you guys be brave enough to try it? Let me know in the comments below.
Okay, guys, I think you've seen enough of top 10 most hilarious water slides fails, best and funniest water slide fails. So I'm going to show you all the title one more time. So if you want to write it down or look it up. One quick run through again. Bye, guys.